Six Flags Great America is about to open one of the best thrill machines in the country, and it will very possibly become the park's best coaster once it opens. Six Flags Great America is one of the biggest amusement parks in the world, which is exactly why they see some of the largest investments from any of the parks in the Six Flags chain. Today, I'm going to be revealing my predictions for their next coaster and why I think it could be the largest addition in the park's history. Six Flags has been stepping up their game recently with new investments, and the chain is spending over $200 million on new things in 2024. Six Flags also recently announced that for the 2025 season, they'll be spending even more, spending a total of $250 million on awesome new investments. Obviously, not all this money goes towards new rides and roller coasters, but a big chunk of it definitely will, which could lead to us seeing a bunch of pretty expensive coasters coming to some of the larger parks in the chain. There's a lot of evidence pointing to an insane new coaster coming to Six Flags Great America, but let's take a look at their recent coaster additions. Since installing X-Flight, the B&M Wing Coaster Great America got in 2012, the park's additions started getting a little cheaper. Six Flags was post-bankruptcy and leaning heavily into the discount chain business model. Just 2 years after X-Flight in 2014, Great America got their RMC Goliath, which is rumored to have cost around $10 million. In 2017, they opened their 4D free spin, the Joker, which is rumored to have cost only $7.5 million. That's where peak Six Flags cheapness was kicking in. The park was back to a $15 million coaster again for the 2019 season when they opened their S&S Air launch coaster Mack's Force. 2024 makes it 5 years with no new coaster, making the largest coaster gap in the park's history. Six Flags Great America is definitely overdue for a new coaster, and I previously would have easily predicted a new coaster coming to the park for the 2025 season. It isn't that simple though. Six Flags Great America's 50th anniversary is in 2026, and I think there's a really good chance Six Flags waits an extra year and gives this park an insane 50th anniversary coaster. This park could really use a top 10 worthy standout attraction, and it's very possible Six Flags will wait until 2026 to give this park the most expensive and best coaster in its history. There's a few ways I can see Great America go for their next coaster. Six Flags Great America could very well go with the classic Six Flags move and open a large-scale Raptor similar to Jersey Devil and Wonder Woman in 2025. Six Flags would probably make it a foot taller and longer so they can claim the records, and the ride will definitely be a great hit. If Great America goes this route, then I'd expect the new coaster to open in 2025. However, I think there are a lot more likely options the park can go with for their next coaster. Six Flags is now working with both Intamin and Vekoma again, which is super exciting. A multi-launch coaster of any kind from either manufacturer could do wonders at this park and would be awesome to see. It seems Six Flags is working with every manufacturer today except for Mack rides, which is really a shame because Mack could build a real masterpiece for Great America. Six Flags just recently built their first ever B&M dive coaster in 2022, and it looks great. B&M dive coasters are always the perfect coaster in terms of investment for a park. They are reliable, have great capacity, and are a GP magnet. The general public love these rides, and though to enthusiasts these may be kinda boring, I think we will start seeing some more unique dive coasters in the future. It's very possible Great America goes with a large dive coaster from B&M, and this would be the safe investment for the park, but I don't think they will go this route simply because it's not that large standout attraction the park desperately needs. The first ever B&M surf coaster that recently opened at Seaworld Orlando has been loved so far, and maybe Great America could go with a large surf coaster for the 2025 season. Six Flags Great America has a long history with B&M. They've got so many of B&M's first rides, and the park is loaded with coasters from the great manufacturer. That's what makes me wonder if Six Flags will decide to open a B&M surf coaster at Great America next. The surf coaster is a super unique ride experience, and with the proper layout, it could be the best airtime machine in the park. I think it's very possible Great America opens a well-themed B&M Surf coaster, but there's still another coaster I think makes a lot more sense for the park to open next. I just want to mention the S&S Access coaster here. Though I think it's unlikely to be the park's next coaster, it is a possibility. Great America can sometimes be the chain's test park for new coaster models, and the Access is definitely an awesome looking concept. It would be funny to see Great America get a third S&S coaster in a row, but I don't think this is a super likely option. Before I get to what I think is the most likely option for Great America's next coaster, I want to address Demon. Demon is one of the oldest operating coasters around and has had some issues recently. The coaster was closed a lot in 2023, and we've recently seen the park remove a small part of its rack work. It's very possible the park is just redoing parts of the theming for this coaster and it'll reopen as normal in 2024, but if this coaster does get removed, it opens a massive plot of land for a new coaster. Great America may very well remove Demon at the end of the 2024 season and announce their largest and most expensive coaster to open at the park in 2026 for the park's 50th anniversary. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens with Demon, but if it does end up getting removed, then we're really looking at a massive new coaster coming to this park. There's one coaster model that really makes so much sense for this park's next coaster, but there's one more possibility we still have to address. What if Six Flags Great America would announce the full conversion of American Eagle by Rocky Mountain Construction? RMC has built up its portfolio a lot recently, and even though Great America already has a coaster from RMC, it's not too crazy to see RMC build a larger, very different hybrid coaster using American Eagle structure. It would also be over 10 years since the park's first coaster from RMC, and would likely see many very different elements come to this new conversion. While I definitely think this is a possibility, I think there's a much more likely option that will make a ton of sense for Great America's next coaster. We've been talking about the RMC T-Rex for too long already, but this time it makes more sense than ever before. It's looking more and more likely that RMC will build the first of its T-Rex model in the next 2 years, and Great America will be the perfect candidate for one of these coasters. What if instead of giving Great America a near clone of Jersey Devil, Six Flags opted instead to give them a larger RMC T-Rex? A 200-foot T-Rex coaster could easily become one of the best coasters in the world and would definitely be the standout coaster at this park. Six Flags has a history of testing out new rides at Great America, and opening the first T-Rex in 2026 for the park's 50th anniversary almost sounds like too perfect of an addition. Six Flags Great America has a height limit, so this would be the perfect park for Six Flags to test the T-Rex out at before opening a larger one in the Giga or Strata range at one of their other parks. The T-Rex also offers much better capacity than the Raptors, as it can hold 2 riders in each row instead of 1. The more I think about this idea, the more I love it. But who knows? What do you think Six Flags Great America's next coaster will be? And do you think it will be as big as the insane coaster expected to be opening at one of the other Six Flags parks in 2025? Click here to watch my predictions on Six Flags' new 2025 coasters, one of which could be the largest and most expensive coaster Six Flags opened in the last 20 years.